Yo, what up, what up, what up? Y'all know the deal, man. Like and share, like and share, like and share. So we can get this thing out everywhere. There's anywhere in the world it could be, but Toby right here with me, the BABGOG. And I appreciate you for pulling up on me, man. Listen, man. Told y'all, bro. Hate Trump all you want, dog. And remember, this is Tinfoil Tuesdays. So we gotta look at the bigger picture here, bro. All right. Regardless of what you want to say about Trump or whatever, and mind you, I'm not saying Trump is perfect. I'm even not liking, not comfortable, not okay with the shit that Trump is doing on the behalf of, people from a certain, country or whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think even that is a play that just has to play out in due time. Again, there are no third terms. So everything that Trump does now has to be done within the way to where Democrats can't just come back in and reverse it. Okay? Again, don't just think political, think global, geopolitics, and longevity and survival of the United States of America. Okay? At the end of the day, Trump is an American. One of the last, Trump would be a boomer, right? A boomer, right? That has and seen this fucking country go through some of the greatest development in modern history. People don't even understand, bro. They're trying to hype up China and be like, oh my God, China's development is just so amazing and so whatever. When you really come to find out and you talk to people from China when they actually tell you the truth before they get fucking body snatched, bro, you can't believe shit China say. You can't believe shit about the value of the currency. You can't believe shit about the population. You can't believe shit about China because China is fucking a communist fucking country, bro. All of this fucking massive real estate shit they did, bro. They built a lot of those skyscrapers in China and had to tear them shits right back down because they had nothing to put in them. But the media not gonna tell you that. Why? Because the media is a part of the motherfucking shit to make you hate being an American, bro. To have you cheering for the ops. And those that are, non-patriotic and idiotic go right along with it. I told you, bro, they made nationalism synonymous with racism. When every fucking country practices nationalism. Every country does. Brazilians are proud to be Brazilian. Colombians are proud to be Colombians. Jamaicans are proud to be Jamaicans. British are proud to be British. French are proud to be French. Nigerians are proud to be Nigerian. When everybody, post their little social media platform, then they put them flags where they from. That's nationalism, man. That's pride in your country, be it the country that you're living in or your country of origin. Either way, that's nationalism, right? So what they did with this whole Trump thing is they fooled the American public and fucking blasted white nationalists, white nationalists, white nationalists, white nationalists, white nationalists, as if that was the only type of nationalism that existed. And idiots fell for it. So now that we come to find, and mind you, remember, this guy I'm going to show you also too can't be trusted. This dude is one of the same people. Any person that's from, let me be careful. Okay. Any person from China, bro, has to be watched very, very closely. Just like any person from Israel has to be watched very, very closely, bro. Has to be watched extremely closely. Because it's a big chance they spying. It's a big chance they plotting. It's an even bigger chance that they're undermining American ideology the way of living, and all this different shit, right? So please understand, bro. When I look at this shit, it's not so much as me picking a side because I told y'all this shit, bro. I'm not a quote unquote Trump supporter, but I can see that Trump had a motherfucking plan to say, hey man, I wasn't supposed to win this shit. All right. And mind you, bro, all of this shit that there is the hidden hand, there is the fucking puppeteer, there is the shit or so on and so forth that's so fucked up. But like anything, sometimes the script don't go the way it's supposed to go. Right? Sometimes the script does not go the way it's supposed to go. You mean to tell me you think that they gave Trump all of this motherfucking pushback and shit and tried to put him in jail and, convict him of all these fucking felonies, the most felonies of like anybody in all fucking time for an unprecedented way of prosecution because it didn't matter if he was president again? Well, no, that tells you he's willing to do certain things, but not all things. He's not willing to be the full-blown motherfucking puppet that the fucking globalists and the fucking elitists need him to be to bring in the new world order. I told you, Biden was supposed to destroy and obliterate the American economy, the American ideology and the spirit, everything he could possibly do, and then get a second term to go ahead and finish it out. And by the end of 2028, new world order. No guns, no rights. You know what I'm saying? No freedom of speech. All of these fucking extremist liberal shit. And I keep telling y'all, COVID, the lockdowns were a test run. The COVID lockdowns were a fucking pressure test for how far can you push society, how much can you take away before they push back. What can you do? What can you not do? Now, I think what fucked up, right, is that once he came out of this, and because Biden didn't get the second term, and you put all of these radical fucking people in there that were going against the system well before, you can't tell me RFK Jr. is a fucking plant, bro. Again, I'm not saying he's completely, totally innocent. I'm not saying he's completely, totally perfect. I'm not saying any of these politicians are perfect. But what I'm saying is, like, anybody that's a far extremist fucking Democrat or liberal, you have far extremist fucking conservative, you have hard-nosed motherfuckers whose life work has been, hey, bro, y'all understand they tried to make fucking RFK look crazy, bro. They made this man like he was a lunatic. Oh, this is conspiracy theory. This is bullshit. And this is this and this. And this man got lawsuits to back up everything he said. And it was hidden. Our whole food industry was ran by fucking money, bro. Whoever could pay the most money. Food pyramids all fucked up. Any nutritionist will tell you, hey, man, you need all them goddamn carbs. Carbs shouldn't be the motherfucking basis of your diet. You're going to be fat as fuck. Well, if people are fatter, what does that mean? People are lazier. People are less equipped to fight. People are less opt to get out here and be physically fit and ready to defend themselves if the government decided to take control of them. Wile theory, right? And then you get into the whole mouse utopia thing to where you give everybody everything they want, get them fat, happy, drunk, gambling, sex. And the motherfucking whole society cannibalizes itself. Now, Trump has done something that America has talked about for 30 years, damn near. The first one to do it. And the reason why you couldn't do it, and the reason why Iran was like, hey, bitch, you can't fuck with us because you need us. Can't fuck with us. We supply the world, Craig, with energy. Okay? Not just energy. We come to find out, and it's crazy how we found out all these things, man. You don't know them until these conflicts happen. Like, I had no idea that fucking Ukraine was top 5 in grain production in the world. Had no idea. Right? Why I stop? What are you talking about? What I stop? Had no idea. Just like I had no idea that fucking the majority of the world's um liquid natural gas along with fertilizer, and I want to say not helium. Is it helium? I think helium, they said. Whatever they use to enrich the fucking the fertilizer, right? All of that comes through also. So when Trump did this shit, bro, and he was like, hey, well, hey, listen, yeah, we attacked Iran. And Iran said, oh, well, shit, we gonna fucking shut down the Straits of Hormuz. I'm calling it out to China. I'm calling it out to Russia. I'm calling out to Europe. I'm calling out to everybody. I'm calling out to everyone because you know what? This affects the world, man. Again, the world. Everybody sat back. Nobody wanted to come fucking help. And everybody's just looking at America like, oh, man, you started some shit that, well, no. But it serves a twofold purpose. Remember, we talked about Triffin's dilemma. Triffin's dilemma. As long as America is the world's reserve currency, bro, it's going to be extremely, extremely hard to make a profit. Right? If you are the world's reserve currency, it's going to be extremely hard for you to make a profit. And what makes the American dollar the world's reserve currency the most is what? The petrodollar. So if Iran says, oh, well, shit, listen, we no longer accepting motherfucking US dollars. Y'all done violated. Y'all officially the ops. Y'all tried us. So fuck it. We no longer taking motherfucking US dollars as payment for motherfucking for oil. All right, fuck that. Fuck them dollars, man. Give us them yuan. Yuan. Give us them Chinese yuan. Well, that kind of motherfucker unseats the dollar, and the dollar takes a major hit. And a weaker dollar makes the dollar more attractive to other countries. And now, what did America just do? And remember, I said this before this fucking world-renowned professor that everybody is fucking dick riding right now. Fantastic said this. I said it on live with y'all, the live I did in the car where my fucking I guess they was trying to, YouTube was definitely fucking with me because I was in a stable position and shit. But when I was telling y'all about, the whole plan in this and shit, about how now America is going to become one of the major producers and exporters of oil. Why? Because America now, in North America, I come to find out, because he taught me this. I didn't even know that Canada was top 5 also. But now, between Venezuela, North America, tripping. Within South America, North America, specifically Venezuela, United States, and Canada, we have enough oil reserves to compete with Iran. So now, what does that do for the price of oil? Now, mind you, it's going to be some tough times, going to be some rough times. But now that Iran has actual fucking competition for someone that can pump out, and it's going to take time. Again, this is a long-term, long fucking game, bro. Once they get enough fucking refineries, once they get enough cargo ships or oil tankers, now what? Shout out to him, man, Big Boy. See, listen. Watch how many of these. Watch how these fucking and listen. And what do we need? So listen now. Listen. Now you generate all of America's original fucking powerhouses. You make fucking big ass motherfucking oil tankers out of what? Steel. oil refineries, making brand new ones and producing new ones so you can motherfucking put them in Venezuela and then put them in the States too. That's more jobs. Australia gonna motherfucking shop with who? They gonna go to motherfucking they gonna go through China and fuck with China when China's fucking dollar and the dollar's gonna be closer on parity and go through Iran, or they gonna say fuck it, we allies with America anyway. Why not just buy from them? Japan, same thing. Why not just buy from them? Remember, the narrative that was put out here was, man, that Venezuelan oil ain't shit, man. It's trash. It's this, it's that. Well, if it was so trash, why the fuck was China coming literally on the other side of the world to get it? But again, this is the media. This is the narrative they have to paint you to make Trump seem so incompetent and this ain't a big deal and it don't matter. Bro, we didn't know. No one fucking knew that Venezuela, I won't say no one, but the vast majority of people had no idea Venezuela had the largest oil reserves in the world. Say it with me now. The world, Craig. The world. Remember, we set up shop from them years ago. It was in the 80s. They kick us the fuck out. So now Venezuela has fucking what? 20, 30-year-old fucking American technology that they don't really have the means to upgrade, update, and deal with. So of course, shit, hey, they just get by with what they got and use it, and then get as little out as they can get and use that and so on and so forth. But now, oh, big USA on deck, baby. Shell, BP, Exxon, go on down there, set up shop. Go on down there, go on down around there, set up shop, baby. We know it's gonna take a couple years. All the contracts and shit you need, though, hey, here you go. Bucket. Whatever you need. Because in 10 years' time, bro, America's gonna be back one of the fucking major producers of the most important commodity on the planet. That's going to help increase farming. That's going to help increase manufacturing. We're going to get other countries that are going to be dependent upon us. And not to mention, we ain't even talked about fucking switching over to the fucking, cryptocurrency yet. We ain't even talking about that. But let's listen to this Chinaman and what he got to say, man. Oh yeah, hey, talk about and let's shout out to Big Boy, man. God damn, man, big boy trying to steal the show, brother. God damn, Big Boy, shit. Appreciate you though, brother. Listen, man, and we forgot about the Panama Canal, to where China was down there taking that shit over and controlling that. Well, why was they controlling that? Because the Panama Canal was how the fuck they was getting back and forth to fucking Venezuela to get the oil. So Trump said, "Oh hell no, fuck you mean? We built that shit." Some shit happened to it. Panama ain't got no motherfucking army. Panama ain't got no motherfucking navy. Fuck you mean? It's our shit. Yeah, it's in your country, but hey, it's us. We got it. We got it. Bro, now, instead of China, Australia, Japan, anybody else that want to get their oil, or not even better, shit, fuck it. The tankers going that way. And we got Europe too. Zagu, at this point, the objects don't matter. And this is what Trump understands better than everybody, right? And all these emotional ass want to be political people that don't know shit about politics, right? Bro, fuck your feelings. Your feelings don't matter. You can't stop me. And I see the bigger picture that you don't even understand or comprehend. This is what needs to be done. I'm going to do it. Nobody can stop me. Right? So I'm going to do it. That's the leadership, bro. That's leadership. See, that's the shit that motherfuckers hate. When that motherfucker tell you, hey, man, hey, I need y'all here. 0600 for work. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your ass late. Getting written up. Oh, man, that's some bullshit. Why the fuck we got to be here so early, man? Work is fucking 08, man. Why the fuck we got to be here 2 hours early? Hey, man, why it don't matter? Hey, your ass here, 0600 tomorrow morning. Don't be late, or you will be the example. You know what? Motherfuckers go bitch and groan and moan, be mad, mean mug, talk all kind of shit. But 99% of motherfuckers gonna do what? Have their ass there at 0600 the next motherfucking morning, because they understand ultimately, no matter what the fuck I want to do or I don't want to do, we got a fucking mission to do. And although I may not understand it, I'm a part of it. I've sworn a fucking duty to do it. And I'm going to be here to fucking commit and fulfill my duty. See, this is why I got to. Listen, man. It's one thing, dog, for a man of your caliber to challenge you or disrespect you, right? It is what it is. You know, that's just a battle of two men that are trying to establish dominance and may the best man win. We're equally equipped. We're equally knowledgeable. We're equally capable, right? So this man has the right to challenge me just as much as I have the right to challenge him. Bro, you'll never see motherfucking Canelo Alvarez letting a random motherfucking nobody out the crowd step in the ring with him, bro, for a fucking, pay-per-view title fight. It'll never happen. Why? He hadn't earned shit. He's not worthy. He's not his equal. He's not even close. And the shit that niggas allow, bro, it bothers me, but at the same time, bro, it keeps me in my mind to where it does, and it keeps my heart just cold enough, bro, to where when that time comes, I'm gonna be able to turn my back and ignore the cries and do what I gotta do. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. Life ain't fair, bro. Ain't nothing in life perfect. It's gonna be some fucked up shit, but some fucked up shit happen, bro. It really is. And it may be some nights where you can't sleep or it's hard to go to sleep. But if it's for the greater good of the people, it's got to be done. Now, this move that Trump was making, remember, he said this, hey, man, I asked for help from everybody. I'm going to find that video. But let me play this first. Shout out to my man, Big Boy, 0315, bro, for the 2. Appreciate you, brother, for stealing your thunder. I just like to read, hey, man, they say, man, want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book. Ain't nothing but some money. Clearly ain't nothing hiding from my boy, Big Boy. All right.
Okay, if this war continues, the global economy could collapse. But again, we're making the assumption that Donald Trump is a genius, and this is all part of his big plan. Okay, so what is his plan? All right. So, okay, we know that there's a lot of oil in the Middle East. Okay, but oil is not as rare as people think it is. There's also a lot of oil in Canada. Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves. Okay, Russia also has a lot of oil. So in other words, if the Strait of Hormuz is closed, if this war in the GCC continues, it doesn't mean the world no longer has oil. All it means is the world is now much more dependent on North America and Russia for oil. And so the global economy now shifts over to North America and to Russia. Okay? So in other words, the United States starts a stupid war in the GCC in the Middle East. It can't possibly win, but it still benefits.
Exactly, man. Listen, it's just crazy to me, man. You niggas talk about the 48 laws of power and the art of war and all this other shit, but all this shit goes out the window when it comes to Trump. Racist white man, putting America at risk and risking American lives for nothing. And okay,
because now the world is much more dependent on North America. Okay, why is Venezuela important? Because America just took over Venezuela in January. Okay, and look, Canada has a lot of oil, and Trump is threatening to take over Canada. Okay, so now let's look at who needs the oil.
Hey, fuck them. As long as the Straits of Hormuz is over with, and watch, Trump not finna defend that. I don't know if that's part of the deal. If no attacks on Israel is parts of the deal, I guess, but I highly doubt that's in it for Trump. I think it's just keeping the fucking straits open again. And I think if that's in the case, this is when we about to see all the shit that people been talking about Trump being a puppet for Israel, right? I think this is when we gonna see what it really is.
Well, this map tells you that if you're in the red, you consume more oil than you export. And who are these countries? Well, they're Europe, okay? And they are East Asia, as well as Australia.
Now, this is laughable. Donald Trump just agreed to the Iran 10-point deal. Did he? Did he?
Okay. So, yes, I understand Donald Trump's an idiot. Yes, I understand that he's going to lose this war in the Middle East. Yes, I understand he's going to destroy the global economy. But for some strange reason, he benefits. And the United States benefits. Because now, Europe and China.
Damn, bro. Y'all y'all don't want fucking Trump to win at all, bro. This is crazy. So let's say you don't agree, right? So let's say y'all got it right? Let's say it is that Trump agreed to Iran's demands or Iran's whatever, right? Which again, Iran don't got no fucking power. Iran can't bomb America. So again, from a strategic and of course you Al Jazeera. What are we saying? Who you think Al Jazeera is going to report it being? But let's just say either way, right? So if Trump don't do it and he say fuck it, now what? Now he called it in a lose-lose. If Iran made up 10 things that they're going to do in order for them to open up the straits so the world can motherfucking eat, so the world can fucking drive, so the world can have energy for their homes and in whole countries, bro. Now what? Then it's hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Al Jazeera. Let me see. Al Jazeera Iran deal agreement. Where are y'all getting this from? It don't even say that. Oh, we'll play it though. Here we go more, man. United States don't benefit, just 1%. Okay.
Japan, Australia, they're much more dependent on North America for resources, for food, for energy. Okay?
And this thing is, man.
All right.
Listen, that's all I tell you, bro. This it just shows you just how strong Trump derangement syndrome is. Where motherfuckers believe anything that said that makes Trump look bad, bro. Anything that said to make Trump look bad, bro. Niggas believe anything. Hey, I thought Trump.
Food. Okay. So nitrogen is important for fertilizer.
There we go. Nitrogen. My fault. Nitrogen. That's what it was. Not helium. Nitrogen.
Okay. You need nitrogen for fertilizers. And as you can, and what this map tells you is that if you are in the blue or the light blue, it means you produce more nitrogen than you need, so you export it. If you are not in the blue, then you're kind of screwed, okay? So basically, this area especially, this area, okay? Europe is some parts of Europe, okay? So now they need more nitrogen. And again, before they were getting a lot of nitrogen, ammonia, from the Middle East. And now, where are they forced to get the nitrogen? From here and from here. Okay? So again, yes, I know Donald Trump's losing this war in the Middle East, but in the long term, America stands to benefit. Okay. Last thing I want to look at is water. Okay? Water is important because water tells us which areas are the most stable. Basically, if you have a lot of water, you're less prone to conflict. But if you don't have that much water, then you're prone to conflict, okay? So we look at, so if you're in a dark blue, you're good, okay? Nothing to worry about. If you are in the light blue, you are in a lot of trouble, okay? So if we look at this area, North America, pretty stable because lots and lots of fresh water, okay? If you look at Russia, pretty stable, lots and lots of fresh water. But if you're Africa, you're in a lot of trouble. If you're Europe, you're in a lot of trouble. If you are Middle East, you're in a lot of trouble. If you are Southeast Asia, you are not much trouble, but you are in some trouble, okay? So we already see how this map tells us where.
We're gonna go over it. What wasn't the Strait open after Trump got the Venezuelan oil deal? What's the point of making war with Iran? Well, it's a just like you're saying, it's a 10-step plan. It's a strategy, right? So it's a long-term strategy. So certain things have to be hit and certain things have to be taken down in order for the ultimate goal to be met. Venezuela was just the first domino in the process. So again, this is to get industrialization back to America and to unseat the dollar as the world reserve currency. I don't know when you came in or if you missed that, but that's what it is.
In the future, basically, Russia and the United States, North America, are the most stable parts of the world with the most resources. And therefore, they are the most resilient, the most stable, okay? But if you go to Africa, Europe, Middle East, Southeast Asia, these are points of conflict in the world. So we can expect these places to become much more unstable over time. So in other words, all the United States and Russia have to do is maintain stability and then export resources to these places. And guess what? And then they make a lot of money for themselves. Okay? So again, I understand Donald Trump's an idiot. I understand this war in the Middle East is stupid, but from a long-term game theory perspective, the United States wins from this disaster from a long-term perspective, okay? All right? So again, I understand Trump is an idiot. Trump has launched America into this stupid war in the Middle East. Trump has pissed off NATO. Trump has pissed off all of America's allies. So he's a retard. But if the goal was to destroy the American empire, destroy the global economy, and we build America for the benefit of Americans, then Trump is a genius. And he may go down in history as America's greatest president. Okay?
Bro, Black, what are you saying, bro? It's not, nobody even has it. I'm looking at PBS, I'm looking at several different sources. It has not even been said completely and totally what they are. So you can't have the details because nobody else has the details from major fucking what's the name. Let's go to AP News, man. Let's go to AP News, man. He said, let's do some research. Let's do some research, bro. Again, man, this is y'all just be proving the point about this fucking TDS shit, bro. This is sad, man. But hey, you know. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy that life. People, OG, what up? Hey, check your Pink Pill OG, check your DM on Twitter. Brother, you passing misinformation, brother. You don't have no information. Your sources. You just telling us to do research, bro. What the fuck is MTN? What's MTN? I don't even know what MTN is. Oh, okay. All right, bet. I didn't get a notification. So let's go. U.S. President Donald Trump pulled back his threats to launch devastating strikes to Iran on Tuesday. Let's get to the details. What are the details? Come on, man. Get out of here. Later. No. The ceasefire calls for Israel Hezbollah to halt fighting in Lebanon, according to the Prime Minister of Pakistan, which has been mediating talks. The ceasefire process was clouded in uncertainty after Iran released different versions of the 10-point plan intended to be the basis for negotiation. The version in Farsi included a phrase, acceptance of enrichment for its nuclear program, but for reasons that remain unclear, that phrase was missing in English version shared by Iranian diplomats to journalists. Trump initially had said Iran proposed a workable 10-point plan that could help end the war launched by the U.S. and Israel in February, but he later called it fraudulent without elaborating. Trump has said ending Iran's nuclear program entirely was key point of the war. Pro-government demonstrators in the streets of Iran's capital screamed death to America, death to Israel, death to compromisers after the ceasefire announcement Wednesday morning. They also burned American flags and Israeli flags in the street. Iran and Oman collect shipping fees in Straits of Hormuz. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said passage through the straits would be allowed under Iranian military management. It wasn't immediately clear whether that meant Iran would completely loosen its chokehold on the waterway. The plan allows both Iran and Oman to charge fees on ships transitioning through the straits, bro. The only money they talking about is shit that was already going on. What are you talking about? There's no talk of fucking reparations anywhere, bro. The shit is getting fucking embarrassing, bro. You said check the sources, and there's no fucking source. The source don't even say this. The only payment they're getting is the payment that they've already said they will be taking. Shout out to the Pink Pill OG. Appreciate you, love, for the 5. Donated in defiance of people who say I hate black men. Hot take, I don't. LMAO. We know ain't nothing but some money. There's a difference between swirlers and divestors. Okay, swirlers and divestors, similar but not the same. The OG get some get some respect. Put some respect on the OG name, man. Airstrikes hit Iran. Yeah, bro. Come on, dog. You see, I was hoping to be made wrong, brother. And now you just making yourself look bad. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Trump. What do you mean read 2 lines, bro? I read whole paragraphs. What are you talking about? You got it though, bro. You got it, fam. You got it. We gonna listen to the actual what's the name, man? Let's see what we got here. Let's see. You said Al Jazeera, so we'll go with Al Jazeera. Let's see what Al Jazeera got to say.
When it comes to the US's proposal, it's been rejected, and I don't think that should surprise anyone. given the US and Israel's track record in Gaza and in Lebanon, in which ceasefires were immediately violated and turned into one-sided ceasefires, while the US or Israel used that time only to be able to regroup and relaunch war, it is quite understandable that the Iranians are rejecting anything that smells like a ceasefire in which Iran gives up all of its leverage in phase one. And then when it's time comes for the US to reciprocate in phase two is never reached. That's what we've seen in Gaza. That's what we've seen in Lebanon. And as a result, I don't think the Iranians are in any way, shape, or form incentivized to accept the American proposal.
So, April 8th, because I think they're what I want to say the Middle East is 10 hours, 8 to 10 hours ahead. They will be in the same time zone as like UAE. I think they're 8 hours ahead, right? Somebody get me right if I'm wrong. No, is it? They're not 12 hours ahead. I think the UAE is like 8 hours ahead, 8 or 10. Hey, listen, bro. I tell you this. Hey, niggas is definitely happy as fuck on that boat. They definitely listen. Shout out to the sailors, man. Listen, no disrespect, and definitely appreciate the soldiers and the airmen, bro. But that boat different, dog. That boat so different, bro. Niggas don't understand, bro. Niggas do not understand, bro. Shout out to my man Red Hot Pepper Boy for the 5. Appreciate you, brother. Ain't nothing but some money. Before 2016, niggas didn't pay attention to politics, and now they're experts because of Trump, bro. Tell me about it, bro. It's crazy. It's sad, man. It is insane, brother. Let me see. Let me see if I can find this shit. What the fuck is going on here?
When it comes to
we just have a tweet now by the Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi, in which he thanks the Pakistanis for their efforts for peace. And basically, he said something very close to what you have asked about. He said that, number one, Iran will be ready to stop the defensive action in this war. That means to stop attacks on the other side. If they stop the attacks on Iran, then Iran will be ready for the next 2 weeks to stop also its defensive action in this war. That's one point. The second point, he also said that Iran will be ready to allow passage across through the Strait of Hormuz, basically to open it, but it will be in coordination with Iran. So the passage of ships will be in coordination with Iran. I mean, there is no clarity about what he means exactly. He did not talk about fees or anything. He just talked about broadly about coordination with Iran. For Iran, this is not the end of the war until they see during these 2 weeks how genuine the other side is in terms of accepting the principles.
Yo, chill out. Chill out, bro.
And in terms of agreeing on what Iranians think is necessary for them as a condition for ending this war.
We have the Truth Social report on the president's social media page, which is given added veracity by the fact that the White House has now formally posted it out, in which it is confirmed that President Trump has agreed to this 2-week ceasefire at the request of the Pakistani Prime Minister and the Field Marshal of Pakistan, Asim Munir. But there is a catch in it, a very important point that wasn't made clear in the original reporting a few minutes earlier. He says, agreeing to the complete, immediate, and safe opening of the Strait of Hormuz. This is one of the conditions for the ceasefire that the president has just expressed. So this is very important because President Trump is saying, yes, I have agreed to a 2-week ceasefire on condition that the Iranians immediately open the Strait of Hormuz. He then goes on and makes clear that this is far more than just a temporary ceasefire being envisaged. It is, from his social media post, the possibility of the beginning of a longer negotiation process, because what he says is that the US has received a 10-point proposal from Iran, which it believes is a workable basis on which to operate. And he adds, a 2-week period will allow the agreement to be finalized and consummated. So this is a very significant point as well, because what President Trump is announcing here in his social media message is A, there will be a 2-week ceasefire. I have agreed to that on condition that the Strait of Hormuz is opened. But then he goes on to say that this 2 weeks will be allowed for further negotiations on the basis of a 10-point Iranian proposal, which has been received favorably, it would appear, by the United States. So this...
Okay, Mac, that wouldn't make sense. They're already doing it. They were already using the digital yuan for acceptance, for payment acceptance. So that don't make sense, K Mac. That don't make sense at all. Whoever's saying that, they would have to have something to support it, because they were already using digital yuan to accept payments. That it was a historical thing that they got talked about. So it don't make sense.
Very significant. Obviously, we're less than just over an hour away from that imposed deadline by President Donald Trump. And here he is now saying that he has agreed to this 2-week ceasefire on condition that, I keep on stressing that point.
All right, man. So yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, man. The Trump TDS has let us down again, man. I thought we was finna get something, you know what I'm saying, that proved everything they talked about, bro. But nope. Nope. TDS again. Bet, like, man, I was hoping to be wrong, man. I was really hoping to be wrong. And, you know, TDS, man, you know, it was that would have gave, yes, Pakistan is negotiating. They are. Everybody's saying that Pakistan is involved. That's Pakistan is getting plenty credit. Now, I'm just saying this, right? I'm not. This is a possibility. I'm not even saying it's a strong thing that this happens and so on and so forth. But in my head, right, I think this is a twofold thing, because remember, the shit that Israel was pulling with Gaza, Trump wasn't really for that. He was against it. He was talking about how, hey, man, we got this fucking peace deal done. Y'all reneged. Y'all kept hitting. Y'all kept firing. Y'all was fucking up the peace deal. You know, y'all was going back on this shit and keeping shit going when we didn't want the shit to go. I feel, all right, that if Israel is indeed the one to violate this fucking what's the name, bro, Trump pulls back support from Israel. Israel becomes the fucking bad guy to the world, because now Israel's fucking with the world's food, energy, survival, everything. And you kill all the birds with one stone. In my head. At the end of the day, bro, I believe Trump is a sociopath, partially psychopath, right? I forget whichever one. But they tell you most good businessmen, and he's not a good businessman, bro. You can't not be a good businessman, bro. Go broke, and I don't know how many times and end up rich again. It just don't work that way. Okay. But anyway, most great business minds, extremely wealthy people, have sociopathic, psychopathic tendencies, right? Very, very cutthroat, very, very cold blooded. I think Trump understands one of the biggest things holding America back is Israel. Always getting us in some shit we ain't got nothing to do with. Always throwing a motherfucking rock and hide your hand and then running to get your big brother. Challenging fucking even policies and all this different shit and so on and so forth. Just it remains to be seen. But I believe if Israel fucks this up, I think this is the beginning of the end of the motherfucking puppet strings and everybody keep talking about Israel having over America being cut.
I bring our great Secretary of State out, and he is doing a fantastic job. So we have Marco. Go ahead, please.
Mr. President, I wanted to ask you, Iran executed 3 people this week.
Terrible.
You have vowed strong action in the past. What message would you send?
Well, we've been hitting them awfully hard. I mean, I don't know if you can possibly get hit harder, but these are thugs and animals and horrible people. But you can't hit anybody harder than we've hit them. But I'm not surprised. They executed 3 young people for protesting.
And do you plan to escort those ships to the Strait of Hormuz with or without
Well, we're doing very well there. We're doing very well overall. We don't use the strait. We don't. The United States. We don't need it. Europe needs it. Korea, Japan, China, a lot of other people. So
again, listen. I'm telling y'all, man. Listen, bro. I'll never forget this, and I can never find this. I don't know if they scrubbed it. I just put in the. Listen, Trump sat down in a fucking interview, bro, in his first term and said, "Hey, man, we're dealing with evil, evil people." Trump literally said, "Motherfucking like Ephesians 6:12, bro," in an interview, just randomly. People really don't understand the evil that we're dealing with. And I don't even think Trump said he's not getting into heaven. I don't believe him to be a religious man and so on and so forth. But even people that are non-religious have certain principles and things that they agree with that align with religion, right? Put one in the chat if you remember that he said that shit, bro. Trump drops breadcrumbs on a lot of shit, bro, if you just listen. But niggas especially, and then all liberal Americans. And what's so crazy now, you got the quote unquote MAGAs and conservatives that's now turning people against Trump, motherfucking Candace Owens crazy ass, right? Calling for impeachment for the bread, for the money, right? Because it gets clicks and views. That they can't even hear all of the shit he telling you that he did. Bro, he told you he was going to hit fucking Venezuela, Colombia, Mexico. I hadn't done and see what they might have gold in Colombia. I'm not sure, right? But Venezuela, everybody talking about the oil, nobody's talking about the gold. Remember, China has been collecting more gold than anybody in the world, bro, over the last 5 to 7 years. China is cooking up a thing with their currency to pretty much possibly have a gold-backed currency. Right? Trump see the move, he see what's doing. That's why all these people he naming, especially South Korea and Japan and all this other shit and so on and so forth, that's their cousins at the end of the day. That's their neighbors. Japan is fucked. Y'all know Japan is like at a 200% fucking debt to GDP ratio. Did you know that? Did you know that? People don't even know this. See, niggas talk about niggas that don't even understand local politics, national politics, is trying to have conversations about geopolitics. Bro, Japan, who's America's #1 buyer of treasury bonds, has a 200 some damn near 200% fucking debt to income, debt to GDP, bro. Japan is cooked. That's why they had to sell off all the fucking American treasury bonds. China knew this, so China started strategically doing the same thing, dumping U.S. treasury bonds. And again, how do you destroy a fucking country? It's not through no motherfucking guns and bullets. It's through the currency. Don't take my word for it. Look it up. Japan is hurt. So anybody that can motherfucking lend Japan a motherfucking throw them a life raft, bro, and make it fucking seem good and whatnot, what have you, hey, they ain't got no choice. Combine that shit, bro. Combine that with everything else that's going on. You still got the fucking Ukraine bullshit going on. Nah, bro. Yeah, they're gonna be all right, but
have to get involved a little bit on that one.
Do you want the South Korea support the United States?
Yeah, what about it?
Do you still want the South Korea support?
Well, I love South Korea. We have a great relationship with South Korea. We're helping South Korea a lot.
Mr. President, do you think Israel will be ready to end the war when you're ready?
I think so.
do you believe the Bible speaks of misery rather than the Revelations? Yeah. If there's any other place in the world that you could describe it as and have an influence on the whole world, bro, it's the United States of America. Again, the hub and the root of all of the debauchery in the fucking world, bro, and it getting out to everywhere else is America. So yeah, I definitely believe that it's America.
Relationship's a very good one. I think so. We want more or less similar things. You know what we want? We want victory. Both of us. And that's what we've got.
What's your plan for Cog Island, Mr. President? What's your plan for Cog Island?
You know, I may have a plan or I may not, but how would I ever say that to a reporter? If I said that to a reporter, Marco would say, please, sir, let's bring you over to the helicopter immediately. Right? No, I can't tell you that. It's certainly a place that people are talking about, but I can't say that.
Are you going to
How will
approve
that
that
Russian attack possibly Russia on Ukraine?
What about it?
Are they going to take further right now? Because
No, we're talking about it. I think it'll get done.
when do you expect the next round of talks to take place?
They take place almost every day. We're making a lot of progress.
Mr. President, you said that the war was militarily won in Iran. What did you mean by that? You said the war was militarily won in Iran. What did you mean by that?
Oh, I think we've won. We've knocked out their Navy, their Air Force. We've knocked out their anti-aircraft. We've knocked out everything. We're roaming free. From a military standpoint, all they're doing is clogging up the strait. But from a military standpoint, they're finished.
So how much longer should the American people expect?
Let me say this real quick too. Listen, man. Just because of places and bro, the revisionist history of whatever, how wars were actually fought and who won them and things, and you know, you have very, very few of those people left, like people in the Vietnam War and shit and whatnot, what have you. And they were telling you just how much America dominated the war until they were purposely given orders and strategy to handicap themselves in the situation for whatever reason. I forget what they say it was. But bro, everybody talking shit and making it seem like America ain't America when it comes to this war shit, bro. It's crazy. Everybody, oh well, America didn't really win any wars. It was just like this and this and this, and you know, it took them so long to do this, and it took them so long to do that, and it took them so, motherfucker. Okay, no matter how long it take, who won? So the only thing I think you can argue and say you never really won, I guess, would be Afghanistan. I guess, sort of, kind of. But we know the purpose of that wasn't to win no way. It was just to occupy and get all the motherfucking shit to make opioids. Right? That's a deal that America had with Big Pharma. Now, that's where you get into it, and I will be the first to admit it, and very few that I guess that understand. The American military is the right hand of certain, you know, big corporations or big industries, I would say, depending. If you got enough money and you're going to fund the war, hey, you fight the war for, you know, what you fight the war for.
Very simple.
Yeah, man. See, listen. See, look at Black repeating his stupid rhetoric, bro. It wasn't no L. How was it an L? What? How did Vietnam win? Please tell me. Vietnam lost. I don't know, bro. They lost like a whole generation of men. A whole generation, bro. Vietnam is still one of the poorest fucking countries on the planet. They had to sign a treaty. What are y'all talking about? Yeah, just like the fucking, like World War fucking one. What? How can you run from the country, bro, when you gotta always come back home? Black, you're not making no sense, brother. You don't occupy every fucking country you have war with, brother. Yes, Henry Kissinger is one of the most evil people to ever walk the earth, bro. Brother, I wrote a fucking brother. Listen, Black brother, I'm trying to be cordial because you're challenging my knowledge in two different areas, right? One, just military basis of that. I'm not saying, you know, serving in the military gives me a great understanding or the ultimate understanding and the only source of understanding from war fighting or whatnot, right? But brother, I had to take a college course and actually do paper and extensive research on the Vietnam War less than, I want to say, a year ago. So brother, I will, if I was a betting man, I would think that our knowledge are on par, right, and equal, if not mine being much greater than yours. I still got the paper I wrote about it, brother. Okay. A real history lesson, because I'm telling you, it sounds like you got a lot of you got a lot of political what's the name in there, man. All right, and it's people that serve. I can literally pull up videos of people that served in the war and generals and shit that said otherwise, brother. So hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, but what do you need? Like, it's a simple military maneuver. It's relatively safe, but you need a lot of help in the sense of you need ships, you need volume. And NATO could help us, but they so far haven't had the courage to do so. And others could help us, but we don't use it. At a certain point, it'll open itself. At a certain point, but we've defeated.
Again, he keeps telling we don't use it. America is not dependent on fucking all the shit that Europe and Asia and all these other places are dependent on like that. We get some of it, but again, a lot of our oil is made right here. You know what I'm saying? And now that we got access to Venezuela, and I'll say a good 2 to 3 year development down there, right, bro? If I was a bet man, and remember this now, today is what? April 7th, 2026. By this time, well, you have to adjust for inflation. 2 years from now, inflation, I still say we'll be at $2 gas in 2 years from now. Strong bet, real huge prediction. But with all the oil production here and the drilling and the fracking and all this other shit and the addition of Venezuelan oil, I think we'll be at $2 gas in like, no, we had, what, do we have $2 premium? Do we have $2 premium? $2 premium, I'll say that, on average 2 years from now. $2 premium. So that'll be like what? 150 to 145 gas. Dollar gas again, 2 years. Yeah, it don't lower the price because it's still set by Iran. Iran doesn't have any competition for real. So Iran sets the price for everybody else, and Iran doesn't have enough competition for us to be able to supply any everybody else. If we start supplying everybody else, and I don't know if you guys remember this. If you remember this back in hey, shout out to K-Mac. So if you remember this, America was producing and exporting oil for the first time in like forever during Trump's first term, right? Fucking OPEC purposely ran the motherfucking price of oil down. They purposely ran the price of oil down to pretty much kick America out of the oil game. Remember, man, all this shit is, you feel me? All this shit is recent. If you just paid attention and you remember the shit and how it happened. Well, it wasn't just, it wasn't just Iran. Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, OPEC. That's what I'm saying. OPEC is like all of them combined, right? All of the Middle Eastern motherfuckers. Yeah, bro. They because America was exporting fucking gas for the first time, bro. Was an exporter of gas. They tried the motherfucking, we just run the motherfucking price in the ground. Y'all motherfuckers not finna be our competition. We gonna make it to where America, you know what I'm saying, it's not affordable for them to do it. You can sell that shit to yourself and you use it for yourself. But you were exporting that shit to everybody else? No, sir. This is our game. And we didn't have no access to Venezuela back then either. So now imagine, now America literally has control of the largest oil reserves on the planet. The world, Craig, the world. All right?
The enemy, and they are an enemy. They're a sick group of people. The leadership is gone. The Navy is gone. The Air Force is gone. The anti-aircraft equipment that they have, the radar they have, is all gone. Everything's gone. The strait itself, the actual strait, how are you? The strait itself is They're doing a good job. But it would be nice if the countries, including China, if the countries that use it, China uses it 90% of their energy. Japan is 95% of the energy. It would be nice if those countries would get involved.
You listen, Big Trump saying, hey, man, we putting in all this pain. You know what I'm saying? We the only motherfuckers out here trying to get some shit done. And y'all not sending nobody to help. NATO not helping. Japan ain't helping. China ain't helping. They need this shit. We don't.
I thought you did a good job yesterday.
For you to reconsider the American nation in Spain, in Germany, after what they have done in the case of the
Well, she's right about asking that. I think NATO's gone down a long way because they haven't. I mean, they should be helping with the Strait. They get much of their energy from the Strait of Hormuz. And Lindsey Graham said that. And don't forget, he was a big NATO guy for a while, and now he's not. And a lot of senators in Congress said they're very upset with the fact that NATO has done nothing. Well, that's we can have dialogue, but I don't want to do a ceasefire. You know, you don't do a ceasefire when you're literally obliterating the other side. They don't have a Navy, they don't have an Air Force, they don't have any equipment, they don't have any spotters, they don't have anti-aircraft, they don't have radar, and their leaders have all been killed at every level. We're not looking to do that.
Bro, Black, brother, you don't know what you're talking about. Black, brother, you're not prepared for, you're not equipped for this conversation, fam. Even a Chinese man just told you that. Again, you telling me, you telling us to do research that don't exist. How about you take your own advice, brother, and you go do the research? Venezuela has the largest oil reserves in the world, bro. Now I gotta second guess all that shit you was talking about knowing about Vietnam, brother. Because I literally just told you, I don't talk about shit I don't know, bro. I don't misspeak on facts and data, dog. The world, bro. The world. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on, man, because this damn helicopter in the background is killing me, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. God damn. Here we go. My bad. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
You know who else didn't help us? South Korea didn't help us. You know who else didn't help us? Australia didn't help us. You know who else didn't help us? Japan. We've got 50,000 soldiers in Japan to protect them from North Korea. We have 45,000 soldiers in South Korea to protect us from Kim Jong-un, who I get along with very well, as you know.
They shorted it, but that's what it was. Brother Black, man. Hey, man, you struggling, brother. You drowning, man. You drowning, bro. We telling you, bro. You trying to fight it. America does not control the oil fields in the Middle East. No one said we does. I just told you we control motherfucking. We control Venezuela, bro. We control Venezuela, the largest in the world. We don't give a fuck about none of the rest of that shit. Trump keep telling you we don't need it. We don't use it. We don't need the Straits of Hormuz. We good. Every way, shape, form, or fashion. We don't need y'all for fertilizer. We don't need y'all for oil. We don't need you for energy. None of that shit. You got to get rid of the TDS, brother. No, no, brother. It was that way the whole time. Nobody just knew. This is not American propaganda. This is a fact. This is a geological fact, brother. Look it up, man. Brother, you got to let this Trump derangement syndrome go, brother. Damn. Now the earth can't be right because you think you want Trump to be wrong. God damn, bro. Look, man, Jesus. Anyway, the details of the ceasefire, bro, I guess have not been released or whatever, right? Pakistan is brokering the deal. Ultimately, though, at the end of the day, oil sank 18%. They went from 100 something down to 92.60, and futures, that was futures. So futures dropped 18% to 92.60, was over 100. And Brent, I think that's one of the Brent, and so another one that start with a W. I can't think of it, right? But dropped 6% down to 103. Okay. Hey man, Vet like, bro, he said I'm letting the propaganda blind me, brother, and this is scientific fact. Now scientific fact, Vet Life, is propaganda. It's crazy, bro. Crazy, man. It's crazy. Excuse me. So, what else? What am I saying? Oh, so now we have to wait for the beginning and hopefully the ending of the 2-week ceasefire to see. Oh shit, fuzzy. You have to wait for the beginning and oh shit. I want yawning, young nigga. Chill out. Shout out to oh, you did that. Shout out to man Hakeem B in the building, man, for the 50 ball. Put a motherfucking club soda on it, man.
That's $25,000 alpaca. You block that shit. Right. You don't rubble. Put the club soda on there.
Damn, man. I know you old heads be getting tired and watching the prices right before y'all naps around this time. So kindly use this money for some lemon pepper wings and Red Bull so you don't pass out on the live. God damn, bro. Disrespectful, but I greatly appreciate you looking out there, young fella. Jesus. Shit. But nah, man. People, please. Listen. Trump is bro. This dude is, what was that damn instrument where it was like every instrument in one? It's not a harmonica, but it's some other crazy wild shit, right? But whatever. Trump is doing that shit right now. Okay. Again, it's not a quote unquote fire sale, but this is a shoot all the bullets you got for the longevity and survival of the America as we know it. Okay. All right. You still got the Clarity Act that's they're saying is going to get passed in April, right? Later on this month, which is going to be a huge thing if that gets passed, right? You still got time. You still got time, man. All right. A lot of us missed out on motherfucking Bitcoin. All right. This is not financial advice, not financial advice. Please, man. Do not miss out on this one. A lot of this shit is finna change, bro. A lot of this shit is finna change. And because Trump understands and knows the dollar is going to be weakened and whatnot, and that pretty much the whole world is moving to this fucking the digital currency. So payments are easier, and pretty much the world is turning its back on America. This is why Trump is like, fuck it. Remember, they're privy to information we're not privy to. That brick shit, bro, was like the ultimate motherfucking challenge to the throne. And what he come to find out once he get in office and he really do the research, oh well shit, it ain't just, I know it say BRICS. You know what I'm saying? Brazil, Russia, India, China, what's the last one? What's the S, y'all? Is it Saudi? It's not Saudi Arabia. It can be Saudi Arabia. What was the S in BRICS? Y'all know? I can't think it off the top of my hand. Whatever the S is, right? What you come to find out is that, yeah, troll, of course. It's the dumbest war you've seen. Yeah, but again, it's because you don't understand ultimate strategy in the long game. Just like South Africa. Appreciate you, bro. Just like people didn't understand them allowing Pearl Harbor to be a hit. Again, if you don't understand the long game, you don't understand strategy, you don't understand multi-level things, okay? World War II and the fucking tragedy that happened in fucking Hawaii, right? Renewed the American patriotism, gave America excuse and reason to permanently inhabit the eastern hemisphere of the world. Also, demonstrate at that time, okay, the most devastating attack in human history twice. Literally obliterated and sent one of the okay, most effective militaries in the world history. Remember, as big as fucking China was, Japan was putting belt to ass to everybody over there. Japan been running shit, right? So for you to literally make Japan buckle to his knees and then say, not only we gonna whoop your ass, but you gonna give us our land and we gonna set up a motherfucking military base here. So you can't try and pull no shit ever again. But also to send a message to all the motherfuckers around you that if you want smoke, it's gonna be pretty damn hard. Same thing with South Korea. See, y'all don't, again, man, motherfuckers think they know war, but they clearly don't know war. Again, sometimes unpopular fucking opinions, unpopular fucking orders and sacrifices have to be made. But in a world where you understand might is and always will be right, and if the person has the opportunity to do to you what you can do to them, they will do it. That is the way you play the game. And in war, the only way to play is to win. So when people tell me, okay, and they don't use motherfucking World War II and the history of it and how it happened, okay, as a stupid war or fucked up or whatever and whatnot, what have you, again, you just don't have an understanding of strategy. You just don't. Well, no, see, troll, what happens is people like you don't understand that God supported war and peace. See, y'all like to think God is just this, good and nothing but love. And no, God kill him. God told motherfucking Israelite to kill, I forget who it was, or kill everybody, man, woman, and child. Leave nothing, just obliterate a whole fucking race of people. What are you talking about? God said that. Did he not, Mr. Bible? Mr. calling me a Satanist. Did God not tell leave nobody alive, bro? The kids, the dogs, everybody dying, no lying. Yeah, man. Listen, bro. Yeah, let me go and get you up out of here, brother. Yeah. Eat a dick on the way. There we go. See, once you start doing stupid shit like that, right? You can't have a what's the name? Hey, listen, Darvell, they don't even know that, bro. Motherfuckers don't even know how motherfucking terrorizing fucking Japan was. As small as they was, bro. Hey, Japan wasn't taking no shit, bro. Shout out to the intact, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. You know what I mean? And we ain't even gonna listen. It's crazy. He calling me a Satanist, but motherfucking bro, the shit in the Quran made the Bible look like Dr. Seuss. Jesus. But I don't want to get on that. I don't make this a fucking religion war back and forth, right? Listen, man. At the end of the day, this is a much bigger, longer term plan. All right. Position yourself to benefit. There's still gonna be some rocky motherfucking times going through this shit, man. Stock up on all of the necessities, food and shit, food, toilet paper, fuel, all that extra shit, so on and so forth. That shit still gonna hit, right? Because it's gonna be a delayed thing because you had such a fucking drought and a high rise in the oil prices for the time that you did, right? And still we don't know what the result is going to be of the ceasefire and how it goes, right? Somebody violate the ceasefire, shit back on, and so on and so forth. So you don't know. So again, man, start doing the research about a lot of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? To insulate yourself from possible ensuing chaos. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready, right? You should have learned this shit from the whole lockdowns and shit. Other people were already going into that to where they were restricting driving, they were restricting a lot of things, bro. Right? They were restricting a lot of shit because they didn't have the motherfucking means to power it, right? So please understand that, bro. And again, put yourself, all right, where you need to be. But hey, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up on me for this Tinfoil Tuesday, man. I ain't gonna hold this one too long, man. Like King B said, man, I gotta go. I don't got a Red Bull, but I definitely got me a little energy drink. I'm gonna drink, stay up a little bit for the rest of the night, or whatever. Let me see where am I gonna send y'all? Send y'all the melanin. Second, here we go. Yeah, where you at, Ellen? Why is she not showing up? It's kind of weird. Well, I tried, but she's not there. That's weird. Oh well. Let them know I sent you, man. But anyway, man, hey, Miss Fantastic 824 on all social media platforms. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and hype the video. That's that on that one. Catch you on the next one, man. Holla.